Hi and welcome back to Healing Gems. So today we are going to talk about processing emotions in order to help you move through chronic fatigue and get rid of the stress that is being held in your body and keeping your nervous system in a almost stuck state. So there's many books and research out there to talk about how when we don't process emotions properly, that they can get stuck in our body. There's a book called The Body Keeps Score. There's lots of work being done by Nicole Sachs. The whole work is based upon all the events and traumas, little traumas, big traumas that have happened in our life. They build up in the body and they get stuck there if we haven't processed them, if we haven't felt those emotions properly, if we've squashed things down and tried to pretend they're not happening, or we've kept busy. So we don't think about these things and we don't feel these things, because let's face it, being a human being is painful. I don't think there's a human being alive that will get through life unscathed in one way or another from the pains of life. And these might be things like, dealing with loved ones dying. It might be relationship breakups. It's the illnesses that we get, like chronic fatigue. That is a big stressor. Relationship issues, maybe with siblings. It could be mental health problems that you might have experienced or people in your family have experienced. Maybe you have been forced to grow up very quickly because you had a caring responsibility for people in your family. Things like the stress of studying, the stress of pushing yourself to gain qualifications, buying a house, having a baby. All of those things are quite big stresses, even though some of them are exciting, great, fun things to do, like getting married, having a baby, buying your first house. They're all big life moments, but they contain a lot of stress. And sometimes we don't process that or acknowledge it and feel those things ourselves. And these are the things that we need to look at, especially any childhood traumas that you had. Maybe there was bullying going on. Maybe there was some abuse that, maybe there was, even just like things like friendship issues that you have growing up. These are all things that cause our nervous system to become on high alert and stay there because we haven't thought about them and processed them properly. There may be current stresses that are going on in your life that are causing you stress. If you have chronic fatigue, that is a daily stress that you have to deal with. And maybe you haven't processed those emotions properly. Becoming ill is very traumatic. Losing your life the way you used to live it is very traumatic. And they're all things that we need to look at and process as we go. And there's also things like how we are as a person. Most people who have chronic fatigue are on the sort of like highly sensitive, empathetic spectrum of personality, where you may have been told your whole entire life, oh, you're too sensitive, stop being sensitive, why are you feeling, why are you getting upset? These are all things that can make us believe things about ourselves that aren't true, like that we're a bit weird, that we're a bit odd, that we don't fit in. They're all big things, again, that can traumatize us, that can make us feel unsafe and keep our nervous system stuck in this state of fight or flight. So, what do we need to do in order to process these emotions? Well, the process is simple. It's the doing that can be painful, to look at all these things in our past, the things that we have pushed away, put into a box into our brains. We don't ever have to think about them again. These are the types of things we need to start bringing up, to come out and to release the emotion that comes with them. So you can do this via talking, you could do it via EFT, or you could do it via journaling. So I find journaling and writing, or you could type, whichever is more easier for you. that is the best way I have found to get things out, because it's almost like you start writing with a subject in mind and the words just flow, and then the feelings just flow, and before you know it, things are coming up that you hadn't thought about for years, or you hadn't ever admitted to yourself. And these are the types of things, the feelings need to come out while you're doing the journaling. So how do we even do journaling? So I would start by making a list of all the things that you want to process. And this may feel like it's overwhelming because the list may be long, because, depending on what age you are, there's going to be a lot of things that have happened to you in life that you maybe haven't dealt with or processed. So you could just start with, to get yourself into the flow of journaling, start with the more maybe smaller traumas of life that you feel like you can deal with right now, and then list out the bigger traumas that you might need to look at. And you can look at them once you get into the habit of journaling, and once you still feel more confident with journaling and being able to process these emotions. So you can just give each journal a heading, and you're going to set a timer. Maybe start with 10 minutes and then build your way up to 20 minutes, but you don't really need any more longer than 20 minutes because you don't want to over flood your system. And just start writing. Start writing. Start telling the story of what happened. And then from the what, you're going to go into how you feel. And you might ask yourself questions of, how did this make me feel, instead of what the thing was. You might ask yourself, what would I have liked to have said to that person that I didn't say? Because these are all things that you have kept inside that need to come out. You might start to ask yourself questions like, what would I have done differently? What do I think about myself, in that moment? Anything that comes to mind. And you can be as petty and as blunt and as angry and as upset, and you can call names, because you're going to get rid of all this stuff. It doesn't matter what you write. These are all the truths that feel true in the moment, but you might not necessarily 100% mean it. You might, while you're writing, say, I really hate this person right now, I really detest them. That isn't maybe the truth of it in the bigger picture, but in that moment or at that event, you did have those feelings, and you need to admit these things to yourself. So these are things that you don't even want to say to yourself or admit to yourself, that you want to get on paper and get it out. And then once you are finished writing, you can rip it up and throw it away. Or if you've typed it, delete it. No one is going to see any of these. These are your utmost, darkest, horriblest, pettiest thoughts that you have had, that you just want to get out. And don't worry what you are writing. There is no judgment of what you are putting down on paper. Just put down exactly what you think, exactly what you feel. Even if it's like the worst things that you can think of, you can put them on paper, because you are going to get rid of them. And then after you have finished journaling, there may be tears, there may be anger. And if anger comes up, a great technique is just to literally scribble on the bit of paper. Just, get the anger out. Or you can squeeze your hands together, you can punch a pillow, you can scream into a pillow, but get the emotion out. Cry if you need to. It's better out than in, because these are all the things that you have trapped inside your body that need to be expressed. And by expressing them, you are going to feel lighter, you are going to feel more energized, and you are going to be telling your nervous system that you are safe. It's safe to feel these feelings. It really, really is. And then after you have done your journaling, you can just take some breaths. You can tell yourself that you are okay. You could just do some somatic touch. Just give yourself a hug. Let yourself know that everything is all right and that it was safe to express your feelings. You can look around the room and just name a few things that you can see. You can feel your feet planted on the floor or what you're sitting on and hear sounds, and start to regulate your nervous system and bring yourself back down and let your body know that you are safe. So if you haven't ever done a journaling practice, yes, it can be difficult. It's easy in principle. You're just going to be writing every day if you feel up to it. But the hard part is just allowing yourself to feel whatever you feel, admitting things to yourself that you've never wanted to admit. Saying things about maybe family members or friends that you would never dream or dare to speak out loud. And it doesn't mean you don't love people anymore. It doesn't mean that you don't like people anymore. It doesn't. It just means that in that moment you felt these things and you need to get them out. Okay, so if you haven't tried emotional work before, I think you will find this very healing. And it won't be an overnight change maybe with your symptoms, but gradually you are starting to teach your body it's okay to feel, and it's okay to express, and it's okay to let these things out, and you don't have to be holding them so tightly in your body anymore. And I think you will find as the process goes on, you will start to feel a shift in symptoms, and you will start to feel a shift in your health and how you are feeling. So please comment below on any journaling experiences that you've had, and let me know how it goes. So I hope this helps, and dig out a notebook, dig out your laptop, and make a plan, make a list, and get started. Just choose one thing a day that you are going to write about, and just write whatever comes to your mind, almost like you're not thinking about it. Your hand is just going to write, and you're going to put down anything that comes to mind on paper, almost like it just needs to come out without you thinking about it too much. Don't overthink the process. Just let it come out. Okay, so I hope you get on well. If you like these videos, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up so other people who are suffering with these types of conditions can find this content, and it is all for free. And I hope that you will benefit from this. Okay, bye for now.